Now, before this video starts, I know, I'm a boy. And also, I know, not a single soul asked me to make this video. But it doesn't matter because I'm gonna do it anyway, just like all my other videos. Before I begin this video, I also would like to address that my opinion and the tier list that I create, because I'm sorry to say this, but it's not an opinion. It's fact. Okay? It's fact. My opinion is fact. Because my opinion is always right. Okay? I'm never wrong when it comes to deciding things like this. And before you shit on me for the decisions I make, I just want you to know I thought about it very long, and I have seen many outfits of many Halos. Okay, I've seen plenty to tell you what is the best and what isn't, what is S tier basically, and what is shit tier. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. I swear, be aware, so be careful. But without further ado, let's begin. Now, I am going to rate these Halos not by their color, not by the color scheme, because if you don't already know, you can color all 14 Halos, all of them. You can change their colors if you wanted to. I'm not sure how you do it though, but you press paint all in your accessories and it will paint the Halos as well. So that's the basic reason we're not going to rate them by color. We are going to rate them by 3 key things, and that is rarity, demand, and design. RDD. Remember, that's what we're rating them by. RDD, damn it. But enough about that. Let's just begin. First, we have the Autumn Halo 2019. Now, this Halo, as in design, it looks okay. To me, it looks like a shitty sunflower that's just floating in your head. And but that's what Autumn is, but I don't think Autumn really has sunflowers. Not that I'm aware of. The overall design of the Halo, I would say, is okay. It's not too extravagant. It looks decent. But to me, it isn't worth wearing if you actually win this or have it. Or it's not even worth trading. By the way, how I rate its rarity is how many people own this Halo, basically. So as shown in the badges won from this Halo, there is about 1,331 people that own this Halo. So it's a little bit rare, but it's also a little bit shit. And it's probably rare because nobody even bothered to roll this in the fountain because it was horrible. But for rarity for this Halo, yes, it's very rare. And its rarity would be like an 8 out of 10. As for demand, nobody really cares about this Halo. Not that much many people, I don't think, care about this Halo. It looks decent, but it's not enough for people to want to use it. So I would say also, as for design, it's okay. It's not anything special. It doesn't have any cool effects. It's just probably put this at D tier. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. There's a lot worse that we're gonna get through, but I'm gonna try to go through this video faster. But up next, the Winter Halo 2018. And based on its rarity, there is a shit ton of people that own this. There are about 19,276 owners of this Halo. So this isn't really rare. The rarity, I would say, is pretty low, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the highest like Halos that have the most owners. So as for rarity, you can pretty much find this in Trading Hub. Anybody wearing this in like 1 to 2 servers you join, so not that rare. Just ask. Now, based on this demand, as in how much people want this Halo, I would say it's pretty likable. The design for this Halo is amazing, and it looks like the fanciest tiara I've ever seen. So this Halo is pretty high tier. I would put it at A. But up next, the younger sister of the Winter Halo, the one that actually nobody likes that much because it looks pretty bad. It looks pretty bad. It pretty much looks like a donut with thorns, but I'm just gonna say that this Halo is one of the worst Halos to get, and nobody really likes this Halo. It's like an okay Halo. Not many people want it, but not many people hate it either. But as for rarity, this Halo is pretty rare, coming in with only 1,706 players owning this. It's not a really shitty Halo, so I would or probably next to the Autumn Halo. It's either a C or D Halo, so it's pretty mid-low tier to me. But up next, Corrupting Halo. This Halo is an exact replica of the Glimmering Halo. The only difference being it's spikes instead of like curls around the Halo, and it's not bad. I don't hate it, but I'm not a fan of the spikes. Not a fan. Also not a fan of the purple. If it was like a pure black Halo or an exact opposite of the Glimmering Halo, sure, it would be pretty high tier. But this looks okay to me. And there's a decent amount of people that own this Halo anyway, like an average of 8,000 players own this, so it's not too rare. This also is a pretty mid-tier Halo, I would say. As for demand, people would love to trade for this, but not people would like want it. The demand for this Halo is okay. As for design, it's okay, I'll give it to you. It's pretty good because it's like the Glimmering Halo. So I'm probably gonna put this at B. It's pretty good, but I wouldn't say it's A tier. But up next, the Easter Halo 2019. Now I'm just gonna brush through this Halo and I'm not gonna talk much about it because if you don't agree with me on this one, your opinion is shit. And I would love to know where you live. And not because I want to find you. I just want to know the distance between me and you to where you're from and where I'm from. Because even if we were 12,000 goddamn kilometers away from each other, I don't have to see you to tell you're stupid. That's right, I said all that shit just to tell you you're an idiot. But if you don't already know your opinion is shit, let me be honored to be the first to tell you that. It's a pleasure. But up next, this Halo, just like the Easter Halo, if you differ from my opinion, your opinion is shit. I'm sorry. It's one of those things where if I explain it to you, you won't get it anyway. So I won't bother. Up next, the Halloween Halo 2019, the most highly demanded Halo. People are willing to give all the Halos for this Halo for some odd reason. I don't know why, but to me personally, I don't think it looks that good. The only thing I like about it is the ghost. It's adorable, but I could see why this Halo is very liked. As for trading all the Halos for this Halo, I don't agree with that one. But the main reason people probably like this Halo is because there are only 871 owners of this Halo. 871, which makes this a really rare Halo to find in any trading game. So you kind of have to ask for it for people. I don't know. Look outside of Roblox to find this Halo if you really want to basically find people that are willing to trade this. And this demand, of course, is very high. Most people that own this do not want to trade it because if people want to keep it, the demand for this item gets very high because people don't want to trade it and they want to keep it. So the people that are willing to trade for this Halo, the number gets so much more less to the point where it's just like 20 or 30 people that are willing to trade for this Halo, and those people are hard to find. So if you find one, so if you find somebody willing, I mean, hey, lucky you. But I'm not gonna argue with people down in the comments to play RH. You're right. This is an S tier Halo. It's very S tier, and I can see why people agree that it is an S tier. So I don't have to explain myself on that. So I don't have to explain why it is. Most people already know that, but this is a list of fact, okay? My opinion would be very different. If this was my opinion, I would probably put this next to the Winter Halo. It's not that good to me, but if we're talking facts, yeah, it's S tier. I agree. But up next, my favorite. So I am definitely 100% biased. Glimmering Halo goes in front. It's like the S tier of Halos. I don't care what the fuck you say. It is, okay? It just is. This Halo works with any outfit you give it. Plus you can color it too. The only problem is if you color it, it fades completely, which I don't like, but it doesn't matter. It's a really good Halo. This is what a Halo looks like if you asked someone, you know, picture a Halo. Boom, that's a Halo. But as for its rarity, there are about 183 owners. So that many people have it. Does it mean it's rare? Yes. Why? Because most people that own this don't want to trade it. Most people. They're only willing to trade for the high tier Halos for this Halo. And if you do, that's your choice. I'm not going to stop you. But one day, people will realize this Halo is way better than Halloween Halo. Okay? 2019. Just way better, and way better than all the other Halos that's to come. There's just nothing that can beat this Halo. Corrupting Halo probably had a chance to beat this Halo if it was pure black, but that purplish theme, I don't really like it, so it's dog shit to me. But as for rarity, it's pretty rare. Design, it's perfect. It looks exactly like a Halo should be. No complaints whatsoever with the design. I just love it. Demand, very high. It's pretty much as high as Halloween Halo 2019. But up next, the Lucky Halo 2019. I would say they're pretty average and they're pretty, I don't know, I'm getting a Lucky Charms vibe. I mean, it's okay, but it doesn't really look like a Halo. It looks more like a fucking, I don't know, it's just like a cloud just floating in your head. And is it good? Not really, not really. But I wouldn't say they're bad Halos, but I would also say they're not wanted Halos or as wanted. But they're not too shit. So both the lucky halos, I'd probably put them a D. And oh my god, I'm just gonna rush through this. It doesn't really matter. And whatever, I'm just gonna stop saying like what do you call it, the rarities or whatever. I'm just gonna put it in the description. So just look in the description of like its rarity design. I'm gonna rate them by 1 out of 10, so you can go look for yourself. But mermaid halo, I would say the design is pretty good, but it's only for mermaids. It's very limited to mermaid outfits. It's a pretty good halo. I like how it looks, but I would rank it next to corrupting. Valentine's halo, very decent halo. I like the design. It looks good, but it's not that good. And I wouldn't say it's highly wanted, but I would say it looks decent enough for people to like ask for it and want to trade for it. So I would put it next to winter halo. Valentine's halo, hands down S tier. Very good looking halo. I just like the design. I really like it. I didn't even know there was like a halo inside, or like it has the glimmering, it has the yellow halo thingy, the ring. There's a ring inside the Valentines 2020 halo. I didn't even notice until I actually saw someone have it. But it's a really good design. I like it. Whoever came up with this halo design, someone give them an award. They're geniuses. But last but not least, the spring halo. This is the halo you can win right now as of making this video. You can win this at the fountain. A lot of people have this halo right now because you can still get it. So as for rarity, it's not that rare. Like it's like the rarity is, it's not rare at all. Like if you join the trading server, you're 100% gonna find people with this halo. Just ask. Like trading for spring halo. Oh, I have that. A lot of people have this, and I'm not gonna argue that this is the most shit halo because I don't think so. I actually don't think so. I think it's a really decent halo that just needs a little bit of work. Sadly, there are no particle effects, and it just floats, just like static. It doesn't like go up and down. It just floats. Is it shit? I wouldn't say that, but I'll put it at C. And these are your halo tiers. Hope you enjoyed. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. La 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 la.